All right, guys, so I've always had 1-ton trucks, 3/4-ton trucks, bought toy haulers, you know, larger campers, and wanted to get in the half-ton segment just because my everyday driver, I like the half-ton, and also looking at a camper for the family that's easy to set up, easy to take somewhere, easier to pull, you know, something you can pull in the convenience stores. You don't have to go on the truck stops. Something that's easier to pull through town, set up, rig up, all those things. So ended up going with the MPG 2800. There's a lot of options out there, guys. Just going to kind of explain what I found when I was looking at the half-ton stuff. Most of the half-tons you buy, you know, they'll have a, they say they're 12,000 pound tow rating. Really, that's in their single cab base model. When you get in a crew cab, 4-wheel drive, you know, you load it up, you're going to end up somewhere 1,600 on payload, right? And campers with tongue weights, like this camper right here, has a tongue weight of almost 700 pounds. So you have to take that in consideration when you're looking at the campers of the weight, the payload, the weight, and all those good things. But weight distribution hitch, I'm about 650, 700 on there. This camper empty, I think, weighs 6,500. And I think loaded up it's somewhere around 8,500. But some of the main deciding factors in these campers for me is you look at the ultralights, right? Because I've got to stay pretty much under that 8,500 pounds. And so you look at, but I want the dual ACs because we live in Texas. It gets hot here. So we need, you know, a 15,000 and a 12,000 BTU air conditioner. And you buy these with one 15,000 in South Texas, when it's hot, it's going to take a while to cool it down. So then that puts you in a 50 amp service. So then you get two ACs, you get the 50 amp service. Well, you want the electric jacks on the front, I want the electric jacks on the back, I want all the amenities, right? And then you start thinking, okay, well, I want a king size bed, I want the bunkhouse. That all starts adding, right? This camper stays in this weight rating, and it's considered an ultralight because it's a single slide. Now it has one large slide. I looked at some of the other brands. They were a little more luxurious, a little bit nicer, and some of them had more room, but they were 2 to 3 slides on a bumper pull. When you start looking at those 2 to 3 slides, it's going to push you into the 3/4 segment because those campers start getting pretty heavy when you start adding those slides in. So it's all about the equipment, you know, what they come equipped with, and the weight, and all those things that fall into decisions. Now, I bought this one in March, and that was right when the coronavirus was taking place. So we got a really good discount on it. I think I paid mid-20s for this, brand new. And it had all of those features. It had the large refrigerator. It had all the twin ACs, the 50 amp, the jacks in the front and the back. Pretty much most of the things I was looking for, and the bunkhouse. It's got a lot of pros. The only cons I would say is the bathroom is very small in this camper. But I couldn't really go up to a larger one because of the weight to stay in the half-ton segment. So let's turn this camera around. We'll do a walkthrough, kind of show you some of the features on it. And as you can see on the front here on this one, it comes with the electric jack with the light, which is nice. Got your propane tanks and your battery mounted up front. It's got a pretty large storage compartment in the front end. Goes all the way across. Got nice LED lighting in it. It's got the front stabilizing jacks here with the electric switch. Another nice feature is it does, I call these the aircraft steps. Just really like those. This one also came with the outdoor kitchen. So it slides out on a rack. It's got a nice little fridge back here for your drinks. You can slide that out. Then the little propane port's got a little grill, little stove. I think there's 2 burners on that stove, and a little sink. And you just plug your propane into that stove right there in that quick connect. Again, going around the back, rear stabilizing jacks, and the button to set it up. Guys, this camper takes, I mean, maybe 5-10 minutes to set up. Very easy, very quick. Spare tire on the back. Did purchase this one from Funtown RV in Conroe, Texas. Because you're 50 amp, you got the 2 air conditioners. Basically, these hot water heaters are just propane now. You got your tank. Got a little spray port for shower head or whatever. And then that's your 50 amp in. And it's got a satellite and cable hook up there. On the bottom, just a black water tank and a gray water tank. This is the one slide. Like I said, it's a single slide, but it's a large slide. quick of the weight ratings. This camper also does have the electric awning, and it's got the outdoor speakers at the top. Come into the main door. That's your control panel here. All your tank levels, electronic switches. Just a CO2 monitor down on the floor. Fire extinguisher. This is one of those open floor plans. It has the 4-burner stove, little oven, standard microwave, and this is what we talked about. It's got the little bit larger fridge in it, and freezer. The table folds into a bed. The couch, I think, also folds out into a bed. Has a small little cabinet for pantry space, which is nice. Great little openings in there. Here's your very small bathroom. Now, if you're 6 foot or taller than 6 foot, I wouldn't consider this a floor plan. This is a bunkhouse. My little one sleeps there, and then this one we just keep folded up on top. But if you look, it's got 2 pins. You just unpin it. Go up top, there's another window up top, just like this side. This side will fold up also, I believe. And then another bunk down there. It's got storage at the bottom of the bunk there. On that side, this side makes a mini table, which is nice on the right. More drawer storage there. Does have the Domatec air conditioner. I think this is 15,000 BTU in here. And the other thing to look at is one of the features in here when you look at campers is whether they have ducted air or they're just in the roof. If they're just in the roof, you're going to get a lot more noise from the air conditioner when you're in the living room or whatever. The ducteds are a lot quieter because those air ducts are up top, and it just disperses the air without all the noise. This camper does have, I think they call it the WindGuard Wi-Fi system, so it's just a hotspot. You pay for it monthly. Came with the TV. It's got a just like a stereo thing. It's got some LED lighting under the cabinets, which is kind of a nice adder. And then, you know, we opted for the king bed, and that was one of the reasons that we picked this camper. Was it was ultralight, it had the king bed, it had the 2 ACs, and it had the bunkhouse, and it was mid-20s when we purchased it. It was heavily discounted. So I think now this camper somewhere around the 30, 32, somewhere in that area, but still it's a lot of camper for what you get. The con to having the king bed is you've only got, I mean, you can barely fit your leg or your, you know, to walk around on the sides, but you know, it's all on what you're buying the camper to do. If you're going to use it to just sleep in, go camping here and there. Now, if you're going to live in it, no, I definitely would not purchase this camper if I was going to live in it. So again, I just wanted to say overall, we've had this camper for probably since March. I guess it's, you know, we've had it 4 or 5 months. We've used it multiple times. It's very easy to set up, very convenient. We really enjoy it. We enjoy having the smaller camper. So, you know, all things to think about when you buy one is, you know, what size, how long you're going to be in it, how often you're going to use it, you know, how heavy do you want to pull something when you go somewhere, and how long of a distance do you want to travel pulling something that big? Because when I had the big 42-foot toy haulers, the Cyclones, the Voltages, and those, I didn't really want to pull that thing that far. So it just depends on, you know, kind of what your needs are at the time, I guess. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching the video. Please hit that like and subscribe down the bottom corner down there, right down there, that button. And appreciate everybody watching. If you got any questions or anything, just post them down below.